What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the congratulations to Nikola Jokic, aka Big Yoke, aka the Joker, aka Terminator T2020 Serbian model MV3 the Joker, on leading the Denver Nuggets to their first NBA championship. And now that the dust has settled and the NBA Finals is over and Joker has been a dominant figure since the beginning of the season, honestly, probably should have won the MVP, in my opinion. I would have been okay if he won it, Giannis won it, or Embiid won it, because I thought it was really close. But for most of the season, I did think it was Joker. Then near the end, Joker kind of started tailing off a bit. And, you know, Giannis started popping up a bit and Embiid started popping up a bit. And their teams were winning in their conference and yada, yada, yada. And Embiid plays defense. Giannis plays defense. And so as Nikola Jokic started to slide off a little bit, and then he was averaging a triple-double at one point. Then he wasn't. Not that I'm weighing in on triple-double, but it was close. It was close, but I think Joker was the most consistent player, the most consistent MVP candidate from beginning to end, especially if you include the playoffs, obviously. But now that he's won that MVP, that he can add to his list of accolades that he has, right? Back-to-back MVP, now Finals MVP, champion, all kinds of statistical records that he holds now, regular season and playoffs, based on his points, rebounds, assists, right? His PER records. I think he has like some type of PER stat that only him and Michael Jordan hold, if I'm not mistaken. There might be one other player in there. But the dude's Joker is going to rewrite the record books. I'll tell you that much. But now that it's all said and done, and the season's over, and he has his championship, and he's dominated every player and every team that he's seen in this postseason, now does Nikola Jokic crack the top 10 big men in NBA history? Now, before the playoffs started, Joker was outside of my top 10. But now, after the playoff run, and continuing to watch him thrive, continuing to watch him step up to the challenge, hit big bucket after big bucket, clutch basket after clutch basket, just big shots, big timely plays, great playmaking, monster rebounding, amazing floor general, cerebral, just all the above. I can honestly say, and I can say with confidence, and I can say with clarity, that I have Joker somewhere in my top 10. Maybe sitting at the number 10 spot currently. And if he continues this trajectory, if he continues to win championships, if he continues to dominate in the regular season and the playoffs, he will continue to march up that list. And anything is possible. He's still young, and given how the small ball is being played, and I will take this into consideration, he should be dominating. More big men should be dominating like he is. At least, maybe not everybody can pass like him, but at least with the points and rebounds, more big men should be dominating in the small NBA. But I do understand the fact that a lot of the great big men, all-time great big men, played against other dominant big men, played against big defensive big men on a regular basis. This is not something that Joker has to do, right? What competition does he have at the 5 position? Joel Embiid is the next best guy, and if you want to call Giannis a center, but I'd have to go back and watch tape to see how many times Giannis actually matches up, but I'm pretty sure it's Brook Lopez is the primary defender on Joker, not Giannis. Giannis has length, but Joker's too big. Like outside of like Joel Embiid, he's really not seeing any all-star quality big men, or at least all-star quality off defensive merit alone. DeAndre Ayton couldn't do nothing with that boy. Karl Anthony Towns is soft. I don't want to hear about Karl Anthony Towns. So I do take that into consideration, but Joker is doing what he needs to do. So yeah, he's in my top 10. I don't know where. Like I said, probably 10. I'd have to do a ranking list for my top 10 big men of all time. But I will tell you this, who I think I have now. Man. Yeah, he might be somewhere, I don't know, maybe somewhere in the 8, 9, or 10 range. But the players that I would consider, just without thinking on it and actually putting a list together, players I would consider possibly bumping out of the top 10 to put Nikola Jokic in. Patrick Ewing, there's an argument. George Mikan, there's an argument. And probably Bob McAdoo. It's just an argument. And I understand these guys have a lot longer. They're finished, right? So they've played their lengthy career already. So Joker still has work to do to catch him on the, all-star selections, all-NBA selections, those kinds of things. That'll come with time. I'm sure it will. But even taking that into consideration, he could possibly already be ahead of Patrick, Mikan, and Bob McAdoo. And now that I think about it, of those three guys, Patrick Ewing is the only one without a championship. Mikan has what? 5? McAdoo has what? 1 or 2? I think McAdoo has 2 championships. 2. So, with that being said, maybe Patrick Ewing is the guy I bump out. Maybe it's Patty. And I understand Patrick Ewing was a far better defensive player than Joker was. I take that into consideration, but Joker got the MVP. Joker got the championship. Joker's more cerebral. So I think overall, Joker impact, even though Ewing is a better defender, I think Joker impacts the game, impacts winning, can impact the series more than Patrick Ewing can. So you know what? I'm going with Patrick Ewing. Yeah, I'm bumping Patrick Ewing out of my top 10, and I'm putting in Joker. I'm putting in Joker. Yeah, and if he continues like I said, if he continues the dominance in the regular season and in the postseason, as the years go by, he's gonna start passing up a lot of. He's gonna start passing up some big men. He is now. I tell you who's on the chopping block. If he wins another championship and continues his dominance with 2 titles, and if he gets another MVP, look out David Robinson. Look out Moses Malone. That's it for now. I'm not ready to say Hakeem yet. I'm not ready to say Hakeem Olajuwon. If he wins 3 or 2 with a lot more accolades, then I could probably start putting him in with Hakeem Olajuwon. But right now, look out David Robinson and look out Moses Malone in the future, in the next couple years, because this boy's coming. So yeah, definitely top 10. I don't see how you can't. And if you don't have him in your top 10, I'm sure he's 11 or 12. He's got to be. But well deserved, man. Well deserved. And he don't care about the disrespect. He's no matter what he does, he's been getting disrespect. He's got a lot of disrespect this season. A great season. But some of the things people say about him, I'm just like, I don't see it. And the guy literally doesn't care, man. He just wants to win. He doesn't care. His amazing numbers that he puts up is just a product of how he plays. He's not stat chasing. He's not number chasing. He's not stat padding. It's just a product of how he plays. He's a cerebral player, and he doesn't take away from his teammates, even though his numbers are gaudy. Because the ball doesn't stick with him. He's not a ball dominant player. He's just He's the hub of the offense, and he's smart at where he puts the ball. And he's going to get the rebounds. He's a big man. He's going to get the points. And as far as the passing goes, he just makes the right play, seemingly every time. And puts players in great positions to score. Easy positions to score. And he's getting it done. But no, he's not stat padding. Joker, I can promise you, Nikola Jokic does not care. In fact, this is one of the best players in the league, and he gets picked last in the All-Star draft. Tells you the amount of disrespect. And did he care about that? No, he didn't. He said, he don't give a damn about that. I believe he said he doesn't care if he even makes the team. It means nothing to him. Don't quote me on that. I think I heard that. But hey, man, he's going to be around for a long time. You know, barring anything crazy happening that would, you know, send him off another route. You know, career-ending injury, career-threatening injury. You know, things like that, personal problems. I don't really see that happening. So, enjoy watching this cerebral player. I mean, when I think about the greatest passing big men of all time that I've seen, I don't think there's one. I don't think there's one better than Nikola Jokic, man. Vlade Divac was a great passer. I think Joker's better than him. Boogie Cousins, you know, he doesn't get a lot of credit for his when Boogie in his prime. I'm sad his career went the way it did, and I think he can still play, but. You know, Boogie Cousin was a 30, 12, and 5 threat himself. You know what I mean? But Boogie Cousins is one of the better passing big men I've seen. Chris Webber, right? Kevin Garnett. Definitely Chris Webber. Sheed could pass. Duncan could pass. But not to this level. Not like Joker. C. Webb was a really good passer, though. Vlade was, too. But not like Joker. I can't think. Kevin McHale was a great passing big man. What's my boy name? Big Red. Bill Walton was a great passing big man. But I think he got all them beat. Joker can really pass the basketball. Aesthetically, he can do some amazing things. You know, stylistically, and also just making the right simple play. And there's not a defense you can throw at this guy that's gonna. There's nothing you can throw at Joker at this point that he hasn't seen already, right? Remember when people were saying Rui Hachimura is the answer? I'm just sitting here shaking my head. I was like, if you think Rui is some type of Joker style, people were saying this in the playoffs. It's some type of Nikola Jokic style. You don't know basketball. You don't. Anthony Davis is supposed to be his premier defensive big man. Joker was wiping his ass with Anthony Davis. Wiping it, looking at it, throwing it in the toilet, flushing it for the sweep. Come on, man. What are we talking about? If you were watching the game, you would have seen that Rui was getting put on Joker, and then they were using Anthony Davis as a strong help defender once Joker got into position and started making his move. That's what was really going on. And that only happened for a part of a game. After that, it never happened again. Like, there's no Nikola Jokic stopper. Nobody can stop this guy. And if you think stopping him from scoring is stopping him, it's not, because he's cerebral. Because he can do everything. He's going to punish you no matter what you do. To some degree, Joker is like Larry Bird and a big center body. The type of ways Bird would kill you. And I'm not comparing LeBron James. I heard people start trying to compare. You know, he's like a LeBron James. Like, no, LeBron James is ball dominant. Joker is not. It's a big difference. Bird was not ball dominant either. So I see him closer from that cerebral aspect. I see him closer to a Larry Bird. Larry Bird put up great numbers, but he wasn't stat pattern, nor did he care about his numbers or was fishing for anything. It was just a product of how he played. Same with Joker. And quite as I never said this publicly, but this happened. I'll tell you a quick story. It might have been the 2015-2016 Nuggets, or 2016, 2017 Nuggets. It was either Joker's rookie or sophomore year. And he didn't start all those games. He didn't. There were a handful of games where he was coming off the bench. But anyway, I saw him play one day off the bench. This is before he had a name. Nobody outside of Denver knew who this guy was. I swear to you this happened. Nobody knew who he was. And I'm watching this guy play, and I was so amazed. I'm not lying. At what he was doing in his minutes. And I was like, yo, and I was watching his passes. I was like, yo, this dude can read the floor. This dude has a nice feel to the game. He is big. He has footwork. I was like, this dude is going to be good if they decide to showcase him and he continues to get better. He's going to be a problem. And then I said, who is this guy? Nikola Jokic. I went on YouTube. This is like his rookie or sophomore year. And just, at this time, there weren't that many videos of him. But I typed in Nikola Jokic. I want to see more of this guy. And I started watching all these highlights. I was like, this guy's something special. I called my brother up. On God, this happened. I called my brother up. I was in Virginia. I was in Maryland. And my brother was living in New York at the time. I called him. I was like, hey, man, you got to look out for this guy, Nikola Jokic. He's like, who? I said, for Denver Nuggets. And then he brought up Nurkic. And he started talking about how good Nurkic was. I was like, no. No. Nurkic is not that guy. He's not. It's Nikola Jokic. And I think Nurkic has some type of beef with Joker back in the day. I think. I'm not sure. Over basketball reasons. I'm not sure, but I think. And I said, screw Nurkic. This guy, Joker, is the truth. You need to look out for him. He's a problem. I started talking about his game and what I saw. I kid you not, this happened. I saw the same. I feel like I should be a GM because I search out talent before it hits. When Giannis was a rookie, or a rookie or sophomore year, I actually have evidence of this. Me doing a whole thing on Giannis Antetokounmpo and what I see about him and how I projected his future to go. And this guy would be an all-time great, and he would dominate one day. I have proof of that with a timestamp and everything. But I saw this. Now, listen, I didn't know he would be this good. Like, I knew he'd be great, but I don't even think he'd be this great. Like, if you would have told me this guy damn near averaged a triple-double on a season and in the playoffs, I don't know what I would have said, but I surely didn't think he would be this good, this great. I thought he would be great, but he exceeded even my expectations when I saw him playing early in his career when nobody knew his name. And even then, I thought he had a bright future. But shout out to Joker, man. A quality big man, quality player. And the Denver Nuggets should feel blessed to have him, and credit everybody that, you know, saw what he potentially had and gave him the opportunity to shine and build around him. That's all I got to say about it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and I'll catch you on the next one. We out, baby. Topic for today.